So the Weeknd has dropped his new record called Dawn FM. It is 1 a.m. right now where I'm at. Like I literally thought it was gonna come out like at 12, like any other record, but for some reason there was like a 1 hour delay here, and I'm like tired as hell. But the Weeknd gonna wake me up for sure. You guys know how much I love After Hours. It's been a while since we've gotten a record from the Weeknd. It's been like almost what like well this March is gonna be almost like 2 years since we got a record from the Weeknd. He's been teasing his new record and stuff with his track, "Take My Breath." I think it seems that he was still in that 80s and 90s type of pop wave that he had with After Hours, and I honestly didn't mind that because After Hours created a whole like persona, it created a whole character for him, and it created a whole sound for him, a unique sound for him, and it was honestly pretty cool to hear. And apparently he wants to keep on doing the tradition, and with this new record called Dawn FM, clocking in around 16 songs in 51 minutes and 49 seconds. This seems to be sort of like a new phase for the Weeknd, and I'm probably thinking more of a trilogy phase when he had House of Balloons, Echoes of Silence, and Thursday, I believe. Like that sort of trilogy era. If he's doing that, then honestly, this could be like a new change for the Weeknd. I mean, After Hours was the beginning. It was him showcasing, I guess, his flaws, his internal flaws as a human trying to get better, begging on his knees for this person to come back to him, trying to resolve it, trying to be a better person, move on. And somehow here in Dawn FM, it seems like he got a lot older because of the album cover right now. It could represent change, but hey, I mean the features really like are crazy. I mean, we got Tyler, we got Lil Wayne, we got this one producer I forgot, and we got Jim Carrey. I mean, I know it's gonna be sort of like a skit or an outro or something like that, but honestly, man, if you got things like that, oh wait, I forgot we got Quincy Jones as well. Uh, but yeah, I mean, if you got things like that, like this record gonna be fire. I mean, I'm really really excited for the Tyler feature, because like Tyler is in his bag and stuff like that. I want to see how he slides in here. Odd, it's an odd collaboration, but hey, Tyler makes anything work. Let's jump into the first track called Dawn FM. We're levitating right now. Actually, I'm sorry to pause it real quick, but just give me some, oh my god, this track called Night Call. I think it's by Quincy, some producer like that. It reminds me a lot of that. I know that song was played in Drive. Yeah, it was played in Drive, and that song was such a vibe. Definitely recommend checking it out, Night Call. But the synthesizer, the build up reminds me so much about that song, and honestly, that sounds cool.
You are now listening to 103.5
Oh, Jim Carrey?
Dawn FM.
Alright, so it seems that he's sort of like looking for something to like I guess be a substitute for. I mean, he seems to be lonely, he seems to be desperate, he needs something and the substitute for it. And apparently Dawn FM seems to be sort of like that uh seems to be sort of that like a replacement in the void right now. And yeah, I mean, we got Jim Carrey doing his weird cult thing. That little cult voice reminded me of an episode from Cowboy Bebop. Honestly, if you guys watch Cowboy Bebop, I'm literally wearing a Cowboy Bebop shirt right now. Spike, the GOAT. But yeah, honestly, the thing reminded me a lot of Bebop in that one episode where it tries to like hypnotize you with the cult and stuff like that. And there's like a bunch of screens. And I know I'm getting off topic and stuff, but I don't know why, but that's what reminded me of it. So yeah, anyway, let's go to the second track, Gasoline. I really wanted the club bangers. Alright, I'm sorry to pause this, but honestly, just give me some management vibes. Like, if you guys heard Little Dark Age, that little like pitched down vocal. Some vocals are pitched down and stuff, and it was kind of like creepy and ominous. But it's giving me sort of that type of vibe because it's like so dark and so atmospheric. And I know that he's aiming for that. He always aims for that dark aesthetic, the dark atmosphere. I don't know why, but it feels like he was going like 100 in the gas right now. He's just pumping 100 in the gas, and it's like everything is passing by extremely like fast at the same time slow. I don't know why, but I'm getting some vibe. Damn, bro, this is like sad. It's like sad but hard at the same time. He wants to be burned alive. Ooh. That was Gasoline. Honestly, right now the vibe I'm getting is dark atmosphere, as I said before. Well, I don't want to say dark sense. It's like I mean, what he used to describe this record, because what I saw from an interview, he said that it's like almost going like in a tunnel, and it's like you're experiencing a lot of things, like life is changing, but you're like stuck in a tunnel, and Dawn FM is supposed to guide you. But yeah, I mean that track, honestly, it's a great track, but it's really interesting because it does not sound like The Weeknd at all. It sounds really weird, and it sounds really experimental for him. Honestly, like the track as a whole, it just shows you how much lyrically The Weeknd has evolved. It seems that he's going more in deeper terrain. I know, like, how deep can you go at this point with After Hours, which talked about his drug addiction, drug abuse, trying to make everything better. But this one seems more of like rehabilitation. Well, After Hours sort of like was rehabilitation, but this one seems like he's like in transit, like just riding away, just like stuck, as he said, in a tunnel, and he's just there, and this life is passing by. I don't know if that's what he's trying to say with this one, but honestly, the track is great. It's really great. So next track, How Do I Make You Love Me? This guy is really is back. Oh, we ascending for sure. This reminds me so much about like the happy parts of After Hours, even though there weren't any happy parts in After Hours. But I guess the more up tempo ones, like Blinding Lights. Well, I was gonna say In Your Eyes, but In Your Eyes is sort of depressing as well. But I guess the whole beat, in a sense. So far, the sound that I'm getting, as I said, is just like up tempo, upbeat, 80s, 90s synthesizer type of instrumentals, vibes. It's like the guy is just vibing the pain away. I was gonna be trying to say, oh, it's trying to take my breath. I think that's what it is. Oh, that was perfect. That was perfect. Transition for Take My Breath. That was How Do I Make You Love Me? As I said, The Weeknd, man, The Weeknd is back. Like, really, that's all I can say. The Weeknd is absolutely back right now. That transition to Take My Breath was phenomenal. like it really was phenomenal. I already heard Take My Breath, as I said earlier. Great track. It seemed like he was borrowing sort of that After Hours sound to make it more upbeat. I mean, literally the entire instrumental so far, it seemed like some sort of like, I don't want to say house, but up tempo 80s, 90s, as I said, synthesizers type of beats, something that Daft Punk would produce, honestly. Well, yeah, something a little bit like that. But yeah, it seems that, I mean, the themes that I'm getting right now is that he is desperate for love. He is desperate in need of the presence of somebody. He needs the presence of something, I guess, something to fill in the void that he has in his heart. He is definitely searching for it. It's sort of similar to the sense of After Hours, in the sense of he's trying to find a new love, and he's, I guess, trying to make it up, sort of. But right now, it seems in the early stages where he's trying to find new love. I'm assuming he's overcoming the phase of After Hours, and it's sort of a metamorphosis for him. Who knows? I mean, honestly, this is a metamorphosis stage for him. It explains the album cover because he's old as hell. It could be that. So anyway, next track, Sacrifice. Oh, this is that punk type already, that bass line. Honestly, like, this sound reminds me of like something you would hear in the radio in GTA. You know, like there's just like this one station that's like dedicated to house or like dance stuff, and like you would just go 100. Like, I mean, you can just go like 200 down the highway with your friends and just stay in line, just not caring at all. That's what it sounds like, honestly. I don't know why, but I just had that on my mind. I just running and be like some old ass nostalgia I had from playing the game. Bro, he is grooving with this thing. Yeah. Oh, he came with the vocals, man. He's playing with the vocals. Oh man, this is groovy as hell. Alright, so that was Sacrifice. Man, that thing was groovy as hell, honestly. So what I was getting right now, alright, so basically he was saying that he doesn't want to sacrifice his love for her, and doesn't want to sacrifice the night. So far he's dealing with a lot of things. He's dealing with a lot of things. I mean, I like that. The ironic part is that, you know, he's talking about some deep things. He doesn't want to sacrifice his love. He doesn't want to sacrifice his passion to her, and we get this goofy ass beat. I'm just out here vibing. The guy's talking about like real issues. I'm just here vibing. No, but honestly, it's a great another banger. We get another banger. Like honestly, like right now, we are like 4 tracks right now, bangers. 4 tracks, absolute bops. Like I'm predicting the second leg of this record will be a bit more like slowed down, like a bit more down tempo, a bit more serious. We might get some crazy ass beat switches, like Escape from LA or something like that. We might need a tissue because we're gonna start crying with her. I mean, I'm seeing things like Every Angel's Terrifying, Don't Break My Heart. Like, you cannot tell me something's about to go down. But anyway, next track, A Tale by Quincy.
Growing up without one had long-lasting effects I didn't fully understand until much later in life involved with. Whenever I got too close to the woman, I would cut her off.
Right, so that was A Tale by Quincy. Honestly, what he was saying is actually pretty true. I mean, how do you expect to raise kids when you haven't really been properly raised? But he said it was actually really true. I guess a cool little interlude, some life lessons, some life advice to not only us, the listeners, but to the Weeknd. Seems that he's getting more insight, more advice, honestly, and it's pretty cool. I like interludes by that. And it's quite a tale by Quincy. And honestly, what he was saying was honestly true. It's complete facts. But yeah, next track, Out of Time. I thought it was George Michael or like Simply Red, honestly. That's the vibes I'm getting already.
The last few months I've been working on me, baby. There's this
Oh, he can use those folks before.
I love you, girl, but I'm out of time.
Oh man. No, we're crying in the club. I mean, bro, that's crazy. I mean, honestly, I feel the pain of the Weeknd. I mean, he's out of time to make this girl fall in love with him because she's already with another guy. I mean, damn, like honestly, he's going through it, but bro, this whole thing is giving me some tears, bro. Oh man, the Weeknd immensely. How he's saying, you know, I remember when I was helping you at your lowest, like your lowest points in your life. You know, like how would you with him and how are you not with me? Like I know how to treat you better. Like honestly, bro, the Weeknd knows this stuff. The Weeknd will steal your girl.
Yeah, but don't panic. There's still more music to come before you're completely engulfed
I am fighting
in
my
the
Jim Carrey
blissful
right now.
embrace of that little...
Alright, so that was Out of Time. Honestly, like that last segment just, I don't know, it just like reminded me, as I said, like the quote from Cowboy Bebop. Like, it's sort of like brainwashing you in a sense, because you're like already so sunk in this station, you're so sunk in like in this area, in this aura already, that might as well keep on going. Honestly, man, I was vibing with that track. It was giving me some, as I said earlier, Simply Red or George Michael type of vibes. Like honestly, it's giving me like a lot of nostalgia for sure. It's giving me like a lot of nostalgia. But anyway, this is a track that I'm probably most excited for. Here we go again, featuring Tyler, the Creator. This is gonna be crazy for sure. Oh, he flexed the He's in his bag. Get in your bag. Bro, he roasting somebody for sure. Some personal shit. Bro. Oh, no, this is for sure some Escape from LA stuff. Like, the details is giving me already. This from Escape from LA stuff. Like, honestly, that track is probably the raunchiest track from the record. She pulled up, like, bro, like that. She pulled up to the studio. That's probably the raunchiest track from that record.
Men involved because we like to touch. We don't need no damn religion telling us that we in love with it.
That's true. I wish Tyler's verse was a bit longer, but aside of that, you know, that track was still great. As I said, I'm pretty sure we dive in deeper in the slower BPM range, as I said earlier. He's now really getting in his feelings. Apparently he's having an affair with this girl. Called some other guy's girl basic. This is a Weeknd, alright. This is the Weeknd for sure. Next track, Best Friends. This is gonna be interesting.
I thought you weren't like that. Oh, friends no more.
That was best friends. Apparently the girl he's chasing after wants to get to the next step and actually get in a relationship, and I guess stop the whole friends with benefits type of thing. But he wants to keep it in the best friends. He wants to keep it in the friendship. He wants to preserve the friendship. He doesn't want to go to the relationship type of thing because he feels that he's gonna break her heart. But yeah, that track was okay. I mean, it could have been, I guess, developed a bit better. The beat was nice actually. That I think instrumental. It was slower. Seemed that he had actually a lot to say, but I wish the track, I don't know, would go on a bit longer. It seemed like it was sort of like in there. I don't want to say a filler track or anything like that, but it's sort of, I guess, to fill in the gap in a sort of sense. But anyway, let's go to the next track. Is There Someone Else? I think I heard it from the trailer. So that was Is There Someone Else? He seems to be really invested in this person's life. I mean, he's even asking questions to somebody else. I guess he sort of seems to doubt the person he's in love with. I mean, is she seeing somebody else? Are you cheating on me in a sense? I guess that's what he's trying to say. Track was cool. I would say the track is more developed than Best Friends. I think that's like what Best Friend wanted to be in sort of a sense. Honestly, I gotta give The Weeknd credit for this. He seems to have a pretty big budget for this. It's not that the tracks have this sort of sound that have been, I guess, repeated again and again and again in sort of sense. I'm not getting tired of hearing this, honestly. It's getting refreshing, and every new track is so being really a banger. I'm waiting to see there's like a dark R&B type of thing like After Hours was, because I mean so far it seems to be going more in the synth pop type of lane, which honestly I do not mind. I am completely vibing with this thing, but it would be nice to hear, I guess, one track going like full dark R&B, or if it's just gonna be, I guess, more that techno aspect, like sort of a radio station would be like, which honestly it makes more sense when you think about the concept of the record. But anyway, next track, Starry Eyes.
You weren't touched by a night in so long. 'Cause the last time I went and kicked me.
Oh, that bass line.
Get me to the curb.
Oh, we're getting some After Hours type of stuff.
Baby, break me. Get me.
We got something right now. So that was Starry Eyes. Honestly, it's basically the continuation of Is There Someone Else. It could have been just like one sort of lengthy track, I guess. I mean, even Is There Someone Else wasn't that lengthy. But I guess it's sort of like the sake for the transition of the record. He divided the tracks, possibly. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it's the breakdown. We were ascending right there. He was saying, don't look at me with those watery eyes, those starry eyes. I'm trying to get better right now. But yeah, anyway, let's go to the next track. Every Angel is Terrifying. Man, this guy, this guy is really on some next level stuff right now. Oh yeah, we levitating for this one again. We levitating. Oh yeah, this is an After Hours episode. It's I got the nostalgia, the vibes again. This is my stank face right now. This is really my stank face. Oh my god, this reminds me of that first track from After Hours. I'm sorry to pause it, but reminds me of the first track from After Hours. I forgot what it was called. It had some like auto-tune in some part, but it was like the first intro track, and that thing was like just mind-blowing. Like it felt like we were like literally ascending towards heaven. Like that guy was singing his ass out, and this gave me a lot of vibes from that track. Some of your things, Side B. Alright, so that was Every Angel is Terrifying. That last segment reminded me of like a GTA radio station type of conversation. It's obviously a satire. And I like how he's promoting it, saying like the idea of the afterlife. Like I guess the radio station will take it to the next level. Now we're gonna go to the afterlife, like a vision to the afterlife, which explains the old ass I won't cover again. But yeah, that track was not too shabby. I mean, I don't know. I kind of wish that beat was used better. I mean, like the first 40 seconds were like godlike. Like those vocals coming in, that beat, that was just godlike. It could have been a short track like Moon from Donda or something like that. So it's just an entire 2 minutes of just him like singing his ass off like that. Honestly, I don't mind the commercial type of interlude type of stuff, but honestly, I kind of wish the entire track fleshed out a bit more. But aside of that, the track was pretty cool. Alright, so the next track, Don't Break My Heart. Yeah, like right now we're falling even deeper to the pit right now. It's like he's going through like these emotional type of phases, and he starts doing it with these like dance house type of beats.
This time I know for sure, just don't break my heart. I'm falling apart and take it anymore.
Alright, so that was Don't Break My Heart. Honestly, it kind of sounds like a standard Weeknd song. For me, at least personally, the formula, like I guess the structure sounds really formulaic. It didn't sound like a lot of things were happening there. I guess concept-wise, or the same thing. He doesn't want his heart breaking again. He is afraid of her. Yada yada yada. I don't know. The track sort of sound like it was, as I said before, just in there to fill in the void, which I guess if there was any void in here. But not necessarily a bad track. I mean, I'm pretty sure fans who appreciated more of the, I don't want to say low points of After Hours, but more of those, like, I guess, tracks that were sort of like in standby, or I don't want to say static, but just like, you know, tracks that were there as sort of like more in the type of reign. They might enjoy that track a bit more. I kind of felt like it was sort of in the way. But yeah, anyway, let's go to the next track. I Heard You're Married, featuring Lil Wayne.
These words I need to hear from you. Now I know this
You're
is
vibing with this beat for sure. You're grooving.
I knew that this was too good to be true.
Bro, the Weeknd for sure just like seals everybody's check, and man, like when you hear the news that she's married, like the guy's broken. The guy's just internally absolutely broken. He's sliding. Lil Wayne is sliding right now. Weeknd singing his ass off. Alright, so that was I Heard You're Married featuring Lil Wayne. Honestly, that song was a bop. The song was really a bop. I like the Weeknd doing the I don't need you, I don't need you. I mean, right now the Weeknd seems to be having fun with this record. This seems, I guess, what he really wanted to do. I know he definitely liked doing the After Hours persona and aesthetic and concept and stuff like that. But it seems like he really devoted a lot of his time to make this record. I mean, right now it sounds really expensive. But yeah, let's go to the next track, Lesson Zero. This track reminds me of Take Your Tears, I forgot what it was called. Take Your Tears, something like that from After Hours. However, it's like this whole song like feels like he's like pursuing her. Like he just can't let this go. Oh yeah, that's what I want. This the moment's breakdown. Alright, so that was Lesson Zero. Man, like honestly, that track felt so alive. It felt like that track felt so damn alive. Everything was rich. Voice is powerful. The breakdown was amazing. It reminds me of like Take Your Tears. Since I don't remember that track from After Hours, but it was something along those lines. No, not Take Your Tears. Oh my God, Save Your Tears. Yeah, it was Save Your Tears from After Hours. It sounds like that, but I guess better. I mean, I thought I hated Save Your Tears, but I felt like there was like room for more development. And honestly, Lesson Zero sounds like the brother, like the long lost brother, but just fully more developed, and I honestly really appreciate that. So anyway, now for the final track, Phantom Regret by Jim Carrey, I assume. This is gonna be like an interlude or actual song, I wonder. But anyway, let's bounce right in.
You're all out of time, there's nothing but space. No hunting, no gathering. Real close, heaven's not that, it's this. It's the depth of this moment. Gotta be heaven to see heaven.
Alright, so that was Phantom Regret by Jim, and honestly, that was the entire record of Dawn FM. So that last track, Film Like the Conversation, some great advice by Jim Carrey, honestly, how can you dislike Jim Carrey? How can you honestly dislike Jim Carrey? I mean, so he seems to be giving advice, saying, don't live life with regrets, live life to its fullest. Great message there. So, as I said, that was Dawn FM. Honestly, the most unexpected drop I've heard from the Weeknd, like, at all. Like it was the most unexpected thing. But yeah, this record is pretty good. I gotta leave it there. Honestly, it's pretty good. It's not better than After Hours. And honestly, that's okay. Like I don't know what I was really expecting, if I'm being honest with this record. It sounded cool. It sounded like kind of weird, because I would say that take my breath sounded like an outtake from After Hours, and I thought it was just gonna be that, like a loose single or something like that. But it was apparently a lead up to this record, and sonically, this record, I don't want to say it's boring or anything like that. But I guess at some points it was not. It would be nice, like, I gotta switch up the sound here and there. But honestly, the sound is pretty cool. I mean, for the first leg of this record, we have some like really like high tempo upbeat bops, some low tempo bops as well, which is honestly nice. It's like to chill in a sense. But yeah, conceptually, we're getting the same heartbreak story, but this time focusing more on metamorphosis and on growth. Trying to come to terms, trying to be, I guess, to your truest form, to your truest state. The story's a bit, I don't want to say janky in a sense, but it's a bit loose here and there. It wasn't like, I guess, a complete progression like After Hours, which we did have these smooth transitions and these like smooth breakdowns, but it applied more to the context of the story. Don't get me wrong, there's some parts in here that does apply to the concept, the idea of the story and stuff like that, but this feels, I guess, more laid back, not that heavily centralized in the story, and it seems more like just some loose tracks in here, which honestly is a fine thing. I came for the vibes, and the vibes did certainly deliver. While, as I said, it's not as, I don't want to say comprehensible, or is not as structured. It's not as carefully structured as After Hours. This thing is still pretty good. I honestly did enjoy it. There's some mishaps here and there. There's some rocky roads here and there. But honestly, it's like literally my first listen. It's like literally my first time listening to this record. So this is literally what I think. I'm pretty sure it's going to grow on me. I'm pretty sure there are more tracks that I didn't mess with at the beginning that I'm going to mess with, like, just like any other record. But yeah, this record showed a lot of hope. It seemed that The Weeknd was really hyped to put out a record like this. He really wanted to centralize the sound more on this tempo radio station type of era. And I gotta say, it was pretty creative how he handled the ads in one track, the little short ad of the radio station you're now listening to, Dawn FM. And honestly, it felt like you were actually in the car just driving and having the radio station on and just like vibing as well. Like we were undergoing the same journey as The Weeknd throughout this record with him. Yeah, like we were just in the zone, and honestly, like that, yeah, I missed that heavily. What would I give Dawn FM? As I said, pretty good record. While it's not better than After Hours, I certainly do feel that I will return to this record pretty constantly. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. Solid record from The Weeknd. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna enjoy this record a bit more. Maybe, I guess, analyze this better on my own, and I don't know, maybe come to terms more with the sound. But this is what I initially think. As I said, decent record, good record, and I'm happy The Weeknd seems really intrigued and seems really concentrated in this new style and his new persona that he developed. It's a continuation from After Hours. We're probably going to get another trilogy series. Honestly, I hope it does continue upon that. But yeah, as I said, this record is pretty cool. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoy this video, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and turn the notification bell on so you don't miss an upload from me. And yeah, peace out everybody, and stay safe from COVID. And also, listen to Dawn FM.